Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. And run.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
90, Wolf. Leo. Now.
On second down, Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Topper! Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Looking to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K'Wan Short has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
53 is the mark. It's outfield. It's out. Let's go.
2nd and 6. Going with a screen for Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for top. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 30. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Go, faster. General West.
2nd and 11. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Lamb. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
X3, 218, chopper. Get ready.
They run with Murray. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. 18, Gator.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Switch 6-6, bullet high.
Watch the twist.
Let go.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Protein still. Back.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
36.
Get it.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. A run. It's Murray. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll try and run with Murray. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Mack off the draw play. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Get ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
22 jet bombers.
2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick 6s in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's our time.
Now we'll carry from back. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to... Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Murray on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Murray. He's going to fire one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Show team spill.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Gator. Two draw Porker. Now.
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A run by Mack to start the drive, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Switch.
Here's Murray from midfield. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. To try again after the sack. Murray, Cameron Jordan, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5. On 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Here comes the Saints punter now. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fielded at the 33. He goes 67 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run from the shotgun with Murray. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And now here is another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Murray. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. On second down now, it's Mack. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go on second and 12. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. It's caught here by Adams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll run the screen with Mack. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4, forced out to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
70, Indy.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, high 7.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw it, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.